What's up everybody, Teancum here with Sew Yeah Quilting. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how you use our Vega strips here to make a stunning quilt just like that. Let's get started. Now, some of you out there are probably wondering what is a Vega strip, so let me give you a quick explanation before we dive on into the project. This right here is a 6.5 inch strip, so consider it as like a jumbo form of the jelly roll. However, as you can see behind me, it makes every block just that much bigger so we can really see the prints or get a more dynamic quilt out of each and every block. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to be using this Vega strip here called Rancho Relaxo. I love it because it's more of a modern but yet has some duller colors in it. Also with this, I'm going to be using this solid strip pack, which is Riley Blake light gray. So let me go ahead and open these up and we'll show you the fabric. I've already gone ahead and opened up my Vega strips here, but just to let everyone know, down in the description below we have a free pattern there that you can go ahead and download and print off, which will tell you how many pieces you need of each color, and if you are more of a reader and like to see everything on paper, that right there is going to be the option for you. But as we dive on into this, I just want to show off these prints here. They are dynamic. I love how it's kind of like an abstract on top of modern-esque feel to it, and then it's just got little pops of color as you can see on this one throughout. And then obviously we've got our light gray. Now there's two different kinds of strip sets that we're going to be making for this project, and it goes for all the strips that you need for it. We're going to just keep repeating these two strip sets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you it on the quilt, and then we're going to go ahead and start sewing. As you can see, we've got a color, a solid, and then a color. Strip set number 2, we've got color, color, solid. Now the way that we're going to do that is by using these strips here. So my very first one was a color, then a solid, then a color. So this is strip set number 1. And strip set number 2, a solid, then color, color, or color, color, then a solid would be the same thing here. And what I always like to do is lay them out so I can see what the end result is going to look like. Obviously I've got almost no color here and I've got all the color here. So I'm going to just do a little flip flop here just to add a little bit more dynamic to it. Now I'm going to repeat this process to all the strip sets that I'll be needing for this project, and then it's time to start sewing. Right sides together, nothing too crazy, and we're going to be sewing down the entire length of our strips here. So we're essentially going to be making multiple blocks all at the same time. 1/4 inch seam all the way down. So at this point, I will have my very first piece sewn. I'm going to lay it out on the table so you guys can see at home. As we can tell, easy strip set. Now I'm going to attach this piece to this side before I do my ironing. Now, if you like to iron at this step, you're more than welcome to, but I plan on doing it all at once. So, like I said, got a beautiful strip set here. I'm going to put this one on pause. I'm going to go ahead and sew up this next one here. First strip on. Now, what I've seen in quilts like this is at this stage, people go ahead and add on this piece because they think that we're making this strip set again. We're not. Got to turn this around and put the two colors together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Now guys, what I'm going to go ahead and do is give these a really good iron, pressing all my seams to the dark side as we always do. This one's a little weird because I've got one seam going this direction and then one seam going this direction and then vice versa on this other one, but that's okay. So guys, now that I have these all ironed out, you're going to do this exact same process for each and individual strip set. Now it's time for the cutting phase. What we're going to do is grab a ruler. I'm going to cut off my salvage edge down here at the bottom, and we're going to be cutting 6.5 inch strips, just like so. And we're doing this to both of my pieces. At this point here, I'm going to go ahead and start separating out my two different kinds of strips. I've got the one with my solid in the center, and then I've got the ones where my solid is on the left or the right here. So these are the ones, my first ones I cut up, and I got some other ones here just to show you guys. Now, the ratio between the ones with two colored prints next to each other is a 2-to-1 ratio. We need 2 of these for every one of these to lay out this block. Super simple. What we'll do first is grab our strip set where the solid is in the center, And then we need 2 of our other strip set. And all we have to do is make sure that our solids are lining up, where if you look at it on the diagonal here, that all of these solids are lined up. Now it's time to sew the block together. Right sides, obviously, and we're gonna sew all the way down. Open that up, line it up with the other side, sew all the way down. Now I'm gonna take this over to the ironing board and give it a nice good iron. And guys, just like that, this quilt block is finished. Now, it is a super easy block, but obviously when you blow it up, it just makes this beautiful and wonderful pattern. Along with, this is a really good way to use up pretty much any Vega strip that you might have at home. You can see how beautiful it looks with these abstract darker tones, or you can go all the way modern with these big, bold, bright colors as well. Now obviously guys, I've got a little bit more sewing to do here, but this has laid out all the foundation and basics for you to make this beautiful quilt block. And do not forget, down in the description below, there's a free PDF pattern that will help walk you through this. Not only that, while you're down in the description section, make sure you check out the rest of our Vega strips that we have on SewYaQuilting.com. And along with that, make sure you're checking out all of our other Vega strip videos. There's lots of different ways that you can use this project, and it makes some of the most amazing quilts out there. Thank you so much for watching this week's video, and if you've enjoyed yourself, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't be afraid to share it with your friends. My name's Teancum, teaching you how to sew like a pro. We'll see you here next week at Sew Yeah Quilting.